so much and welcome to our live show, Mr. Sujit. Thank you so much for being with us today. And we're definitely looking forward for a really good recruitment for Canada, especially to the Mount Allison University, because nowadays we have a lot of students. If you think about like positive way, so this year, let's see, we have more students in fact, because there's 100% result. Let's say.
Yes, yes.
Yes. So, as you know, like Mount Allison is like one of the best of a partner and one of the top ranked university in Canada. So we are definitely looking forward to know, a lot of things about this coming up intakes and about the university, about the programs, and especially about the opportunities for our students. And I am sure there are a lot of parents, students, they are live and they are watching us on Facebook and also through our this Zoom meeting. So I'm just like going to hand over to Mr. Sujit Rajput, and all stage is yours, my friend. So because the parents and students are here, all yours, buddy.
Yeah. Thank you so much, both of you. Thanks, Jigar bhai, for the introduction, and thank you, Rajiv bhai, as well, for arranging this one. It is always a pleasure being with you guys, may it be online sessions or offline sessions in your office as well. So yeah, it's lovely to see you guys
Thank you.
Same here,
in this
same here.
session, and thank you so much for arranging this one. Coming back to the session that we are here for. So, welcome all, whoever has joined, who were waiting, and who are still about to join, or who might view this later on. Welcome all of you. My name is Sujit Rajput. Like Jigarbai said, I'm the marketing manager for Mount Allison University. Today, I'm going to give you a lot of information about my university, about the courses that we offer, and about the life in Canada as well. Right. So before we move ahead, I have a small presentation that I would like to share with you guys, and we'll take things forward through there. Give me a moment to share my screen. Perfect. Mount Allison University. Today, we'll discuss the courses that we have. We'll discuss the opportunities that all of you students can have in Canada, especially with Mount Allison University. No education has a limit, no course has a limit, and no age has a limit to get the best of education, to get the best of knowledge in Canada. That's the best part. So I'll cover the overview of the university in that. We'll discuss the courses as well. I'll give you some understanding about the location, the town Sackville in the province New Brunswick, where the university is located as well. We'll end up with the admissions requirements and questions. Starting with Mount Allison University, the university was established in 1839, almost 180 years old university. We were the first ones in the whole British Empire to grant a bachelor's degree to a woman. Her name was Grace Annie Lockhart. So we are amongst those ancient universities of Canada, right? The location, like I said, is on the Tentermer Marshes in the heart of a small town called Sackville. And the province where the university is located is New Brunswick. Mount Allison University is highly recognized for three things. Number one is the rankings that we have. Number two is the quality of education. And number three is the mix and match of courses. So let's see a quick video to give you guys an understanding about the reputation that we have. Is it working? The music?
Yes, this audible.
What I would highlight about Mount Allison University is the history, the high quality focus on academic programs, and the opportunity to learn in an amazing learning environment. So we're really thinking of that student experience from the lab to the community with best technology, high quality art studios, a new and developing library opportunity for the future. That's what makes Mount Allison experiences, I think, very special.
I like the kind of small town, small university feel and the connection that it has with the community. And so when I got to Mount Allison, I found all those things, but I also found a great deal of student engagement. And I was very interested in the kind of small class, hands-on, experiential learning. So all the different learning that I could do outside of the classroom. The general Mount Allison student is very involved and is very busy. So I guess I would come prepared to be busy, not just with your classes, but also with the many other things that you'll find that you love to be involved with.
Lecturers are actually trying to recruit grad students because our reputation for training prospective grad students is so strong that they know that if they come to give a seminar, that they'll be able to speak afterwards to prospective students and perhaps recruit some.
The nature of, the learning here and the way you can really interact with, your faculty, the way you can interact with, the student body and really, really feel involved. You really want to make sure that the time you have here, you're really engaging in the material that you have and you're fostering those relationships with professors and the community you're in. And for me, being at a school like Mount A, that's an opportunity I knew I'd have, and, it's not let me down.
Perfect. So like I said, the university is highly recognized for the rankings that we have. You might have seen a few rankings in the video as well. Mount Allison University is ranked as #1 undergraduate university in Canada for the past 21 of 29 years. We have never gone below #2. So for those 8 years, we were ranked #2. And we are consistently ranked #1 and have the highest ranking among any other Canadian universities for bachelors. We offer 5 bachelor's degrees: bachelor's in arts, science, commerce, music, and fine arts. For these 5 degrees, we have more than 45 majors and minors for students to select from. And we give them a flexibility to create their own degree. So when I said that we are known for mix and match of courses, in Mount Allison University, we allow students to select different courses from different streams and create their own degree. You are doing Bachelor's of Commerce, you can have majors, honors as aviation in it as well. So when you complete your degree, you will be a pilot, having a commercial pilot license. We have a lot of courses like these, which I'll explain in the later part of this presentation. But the best part about Mount Allison University is the mix and match of courses. With that, we give students small class sizes with 17:1 student to faculty ratio, and 96% of our faculty has highest degrees in their field. 4% of them are those who are teaching subjects like religious studies, Japanese studies, etc., where someone cannot do a PhD. About the location, the town Sackville and the province New Brunswick. We have a very lively campus with more than 160 clubs and societies, wide range of sports, fitness, and recreational opportunities. The town is extremely famous for the culture that we have, and we have been ranked as the diversified culture as well in the whole country. And it's a really classic university town that we have in there with a lot of offerings. So it is a mix of historic architecture, being an ancient university, with modern facilities and well-kept grounds. Let's go through some rankings that we have. We have one of the best Rhodes Scholar record among Canadian universities of 55 students. For those who are viewing this right now or might be viewing later on, you can search online about Rhodes Scholarship. It is one of the biggest scholarship in the world, wherein a student gets to study in University of Oxford, UK, which is the oldest and most prestigious one. And the scholarship amount is more than $100,000. So far, we have had 55 such students who became Rhodes Scholars. Not all students could be a Rhodes Scholar. It is tough to be a Rhodes Scholar, right? You have to go through a lot and you need to be special for that as well. But we have the highest record among any other Canadian university. So we have the best Rhodes Scholar records. Like I said, we are ranked #1 by Maclean's. We have again won the same. So it will be now 22 out of 30 years. That is officially to announce. So we'll see that at the later part of this year as well. We have been winning a lot of national awards. You might have seen one in the video as well. Since 2018, we have been winning the national award. This one was won by faculty back in 2018. These are also taken care by Maclean's. Now let's understand the mix and match of courses through a small video, and then I'll take you to the web page to give you exact number of courses and every detail that we have for your better understanding. Just increase the volume. There you go.
One of the things about Mount Allison that's quite unique is that we have some really interesting combinations of programs that students can take. It's a really made for you kind of degree that is possible here. You also see some really interesting combinations as one of the few schools that has a full-on fine arts program and a full-on music program at the same place as arts and science.
I think what's beautiful is the fact that students can really engage in a wide spectrum of opportunities, crossing disciplines, discovering a course, discovering a faculty member, and then sewing those together in new, interesting opportunities that make you the architect of your own educational pathway.
I do a lot of focused work with my research, but also
Just pausing it to showcase the degree that Megumi was doing. She's passed out now. BSc, Bachelor's of Science in Biochemistry, Chemistry, and Biology. 3 majors and 1 degree. We'll see more of them as well.
there's the distribution credit system where you can like take a bunch of different courses, and also there's like special topics, and there's different ways to do minors in different subjects and even do independent studies in different subjects and get your foot in a bunch of different doors.
It is a gift to have the time and freedom to take courses in all different areas. It is a gift. It is a delight to be able to take a course in biochemistry at 9:30 a.m. and then move into a course on ancient philosophy at 10:30 a.m. It is a gift in your first years, in part because how do you know what matters to you until you've had the chance to do all kinds of different things? The gift to have distribution requirements because it invites you to try new things, and in that to see the world differently.
Very rightly said. So let me take you to the website now to give you a better understanding on the courses that we offer. So these are the courses that we offer for all bachelor's degrees that we have. Before we see individual courses or few courses, let's understand how a bachelor's degree works in Canada. So in this session, we are going to discuss the lifestyle in Canada. But before that, we also need to know the education system that they have in Canada so that you can understand their mentality and criteria for the lifestyle that they have. So a bachelor's degree in Canada has 120 credits. The majors are 60 to 72 for arts, 60 to 78 for science, and 69 for commerce. Music and fine arts has its own way of the degree, right? Because it is a hardcore music degree and fine arts degree that we have. But for basic degrees like BA, BSc, and BCom, they have majors, minors, and elective subjects. What are majors? If you do BBA in marketing, marketing is your majors. If you do BA in philosophy, philosophy is your majors. Then we have minors as well, which has 24 credits in all degrees, and elective subjects, which ranges from 24 to 36 in arts, 18 to 36 in science, and 27 in commerce. Now, I'm pretty sure many of you have your kids and they already have their ideas on what they want to study in their bachelor's and what they want to become and something like that, right? About their careers. Let me tell you, number one, that we give these students an opportunity to decide their degree in a way that they can either have 2 majors and complete the degree, not doing any minors or elective subjects. They can have 1 major and 2 minors, or they can have 1 major, 1 minor, and 1 elective subject. So we are giving this freedom to students to create their degree the way they want. Giving you an example, I am pretty sure you all must be knowing that when we do Bachelor's of Commerce in India, in most of the state universities, we have to go through taxation, auditing, accounting, even management, economics, etc. What if someone is not good in accounting, or if someone is not good in taxation or auditing? Taxation and auditing are minors in Bachelor's of Commerce, right? Mostly in all universities that we have in India. I was not good in taxation auditing as well. So what if I want to learn more in the management part and less in taxation auditing, or I just want to skip that because I am not going to do my accounts? I can do that? No. But in here, students have that freedom. Similarly, for example, for BSc students, I'm doing biochemistry. Okay, I did good in it, but I'm not getting jobs. What if I do biochemistry and computer science together? I could be a chemist, right? I could be an engineer, a programmer, or I could be creating softwares for pharmacy companies. Like they have for Zydus, they have for Apollo, they have for a lot of these pharmacy companies that we have in India. So you can create a portal for pharmacy, or you could be a chemist as well. You could be doing biochemistry and psychology together. Similarly, you can be doing in arts like philosophy and psychology together, right? So number one benefit is you create the degree the way you want, majors, minors, and elective subjects. Number two is you select subjects as per your interest. So when I said that students can become a pilot through Bachelor's of Commerce degree, they will, right? We offer aviation as majors in Bachelor's of Commerce, and this is just a pilot course. We're not making them go through an air hostess course or a management course in that. Right? Yeah. So Bachelor's of Commerce is in conjunction with Moncton Flight College. Moncton is a city which is 30 minutes away from campus. They have an international airport over there, right? So they'll be trained in that airport in Moncton Flight College. They will be completing more than 200 hours of flying. They'll receive hundreds of hours of ground training, learn about navigation, airplane instruments, etc., and end up having a commercial pilot license, a multi-engine class rating, a group 1 instrument rating as well. So we are not limiting the courses. They can do aviation in Bachelor's of Commerce and be a pilot. Not just that, computer science. You all can notice in the website that this part is empty and this part is empty. There is a small wallpaper kind of thing that we have in the web page, right? Now, if I'm a marketing guy or a sales guy and my client says that, okay, I need some options in here and some options in here, I'll say that, yeah, that is possible. But my IT guy will say that, or the engineer will say that this is based on .NET. I'll not understand, right? I'm just telling things. And he's like, no, this is on .NET, you cannot do it. So to sell IT, you should know IT. Simple. To know IT, you need to get that opportunity. You cannot work for like 3 years in an IT company, then understand the concepts of IT. You can have computer science as minors in your degree of Bachelor's of Commerce with business studies. You can sell IT. And IT is in huge demand at this point in the world, right? Not just that, if you're doing Bachelor's of Arts, you can have computer science as your majors as well. It could be a joint major with economics, with physics, with mathematics as well. You can mix it with geocomputing as well, geographic information systems as well. And every course that we have is a career, right? You could be a computer network specialist, you could be a web developer, website designer, intelligence officer, etc. So every course is a career. If you want to know more about the courses, because I cannot cover all 50 plus courses or 45 plus courses that we have in one presentation and one session, but go to mta.ca/programs. You'll end up to this web page. You want to know anything about the courses, you can select a course like biopsychology, you select it. You'll see the curriculum, right? The courses that you'll study in there, the degree options, and the careers that they have. You'll get all of those details in every course that we have mentioned in here. So this is one of the major reasons why Mount Allison University is ranked as #1 undergrad university in Canada. But what if someone selected drama studies and aviation as majors in Bachelor's of Commerce and failed? So you could be an engineer with 30 backlogs, but you cannot be a pilot failing in one exam, right? So we give options to students to try their courses and then disclose their majors at the end of second year. So we don't want to create a scenario wherein your kid will try computer science in first semester, fail in it, and then get a burden of doing it forever, right? Through the degree and then have a career in it as well. No. Try computer science for first year or 2 semesters or 1 semester. If you're not good in it, drop it right away. Select any other subject. You can do that. We allow students to do that. So mix and match will help them to know where they stand, to know their skills, and achieve the best. We help them to be an architecture in their own educational and career pathway. And that's the best part. So with mix and match of courses, we give them a personal attention in the classroom because it is really necessary for them to have that attention. 17:1 student to faculty ratio allows students to get a space to collaborate with the faculty, to share their ideas, their concepts, etc. And we also provide undergrad research opportunities, which is really rare in Canada. In most of the undergrad universities, you will not find research opportunities with these courses. We can give you research and religious studies as well, right? So research opportunities are there. Experiential learning is there in every course that we offer. In India, we are seeing that since almost 5 years, many of the schools have started giving experiential learning to kids, right? Like you do things and then you learn that how you did that. But on major courses or major subjects or major ages, right, in senior secondary or higher secondary, that is still less. They're going to chemistry labs, they're going to biology labs, right? They're doing all of those there, but they're not actually going to a computer science lab in most of the schools. And here in MTA, we provide experiential learning in every degree that we offer because no one can be a pilot through Bachelor's of Commerce if they don't fly a plane. You have to do it to learn it. So experiential learning is there in every course that we offer, and that's the best part with mix and match of courses. These videos start by themselves. Sorry. Now let's understand the town Sackville and the province New Brunswick. I have a small video to give you or to show you how Sackville looks like.
There's really always something going on, even though this is such a small town. All of the different music organizations on campus and off campus. Sappy Fest is a really special festival. It's such a busy place, and there's lots of people here who are making exciting things happen.
When you're heading down to class, there's always a friendly face that's, looking out to you. And also, big in a small town, everything is pretty accessible. I don't think about, how I'm going to get to class. I don't think about how I'm going to go to the grocery store because everything is, within 10 minutes of where you are.
I love the connection that I can make with...
Just to note something here, this kid is from Libya. He's doing Bachelor's of Science in Aviation and Commerce as majors as well. Just to give you an idea on how mix and match works and what kind of availabilities are there.
Yes.
Within 10 minutes of where you are.
I love the connection that I can make with profs, with students, with the girl working at the post office, the one working at the dollar store, like those little connections, they make the best out of Sackville. It makes that sense of community that I really love about Mount A and Sackville.
I think one of the very special things about Mount Allison is its relationship with Sackville. The two go together. Our kids have benefited tremendously from students who've helped with after-school reading programs, who've volunteered as coaches. There are students who are giving back in other ways, whether it's through the food bank. At the start of every year, there is a community welcome for new students. If you're looking to feel like you're involved in where you live, then I think Mount Allison and Sackville really offer that.
I think the number one thing is how close the students are to the community of Sackville. Sackville's pretty small, but it lets you be involved in a lot of aspects. You can give back to the community, but also there's a lot for you to get from the community here.
Every year, when first year students come in September intake, the whole city, the whole town is there to invite them. Right? They have a culture of doing that. They've been doing that since years. So it's quite close-knit community that we have. Okay, let's go through the location because this is also important. I know there will be a lot of Kutchu parents in here as well. And this is going to be the main concern, right? I'm a Kutchu as well. So yeah, there'll be a concern, right? That why not other locations which are really famous like Toronto, Vancouver, and why this location? Also, nowadays, many parents are, happy with their kids doing diplomas, PG diplomas, and major courses like computer science or aviation as well, right? So just wanted to add on that point that, of course, the students can select the subjects that they want. They can do diplomas and bachelors, but it always has a different value. A bachelor's can give you 120 credits, like I showed you in the circle of courses, right? Diploma is not 120. And credits are as simple as textbooks. The more textbooks you study, the more credits you get. So the less textbooks you study, the less knowledge you get, the less designation you get, and the less education you get as well. So if you're not willing to do bachelor's just because it is 4 years in Canada and diploma is like 2 years in Canada, maybe that 2 more years will help you a lot in terms of getting a better designation if you're doing a job, getting better paycheck, or getting more money in the business if you're doing your own business as well. Right? So it has its own benefits, pros and cons as well. But yeah, bachelor's helps you a lot to stay in Canada, right? Because that is their culture. That is why they give 2 years to try the courses. Okay, coming to the location, it is quite away from Toronto, Vancouver. If someone is just willing to go to Toronto, Vancouver, you'll have to take a flight or you'll have to drive a really long way. This is where the university is located at the edge of New Brunswick, and this is where New Brunswick is located. Many students and parents have this concern whether it is that cold or not. It is really close to sea. Mumbai will never have, snowfall. As it is close to sea, you'll never see a snowfall. Of course, they have in New Brunswick because it is Canada, but it is not that cold, right? And Sackville, particularly, is really close to the sea, so the atmosphere in there is quite comfortable for Indian students. Now, let me tell you what benefits New Brunswick has to offer to Indian students, to international students. New Brunswick is the only bilingual province in the country, which means the language English and French works fine with the locals. So if your kid knows English, it's okay. That's it. That's all required. Number two, this province is giving a free Medicare coverage for international students. So they'll get a free Mediclaim. Now, Medicare expenses are somewhere around 750 to 1,000 Canadian dollars a year, right? Mediclaim expenses, not even Medicare expenses, and it might go to 5,000, 7,000 in extreme injuries or health issues, right? So they are getting a free Mediclaim in New Brunswick. Number two. Number three, if someone is getting married, calling in the spouse or children. So, say for example, the kid comes back to Gujarat and he's getting married in second year or third year, and he has a wife now to take back. They will also be covered under the free Medicare coverage. If you have a kid, they'll also be covered. Right? So the province is really interested to give a free Medicare coverage to every student that they have on campus. The rule is simple. You have to stay in the province for 3 months, give a proof of the same, and also give a proof of a full-time degree you are doing in New Brunswick, right? So you can have a free Medicare coverage. Number 4 is Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. Now, I can bet on this, out of all attendees and all students or viewers that might view this later on, 90% of them will have a concern of staying in the country after completing the degree, getting a PR, basically, right? New Brunswick has their own scheme, Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program for immigration, which is there in Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, and Labrador as well. Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program has the best conversion ratio for PR, and it's the easiest immigration process that they have in Canada. Of course, the team at RJ International has greater knowledge about this immigration program, and they'll guide you the best possible way, right? But it's as simple as having a 4 years degree, 9 months experience, and any company or any experience, and you're eligible to apply for a PR. As simple as that, right? So 4 years helps in those ways as well. So bachelor's helps in those ways as well for PR as well, right? Number 5th benefit. Now this is not a benefit. This is an offering that the province has. So with immigration program, they started giving immigrations or PRs to investors. A lot of international investors invested in New Brunswick, and they got a PR for themselves and their families under the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. They had few terms and conditions like you should be manufacturing a product or having a service providing company. You should be doing import, export, minimum investment 1.5 CR, etc., etc., etc. So they had an investment scheme for family PR. Indians, people from Sri Lanka, Nepal, even Bangladesh invested a lot in New Brunswick. Japanese, and they got PR for themselves and their family. But the best part is the contribution of the province to its GDP, to country's GDP, increased to 140, 150%. So when you have industries coming in, same as GIDC, right? Sanand was a good area, but people were not residing there in Ahmedabad, Sanand, Gujarat, sorry. But yeah, we have good industrial areas in Gujarat as well, right? They were not as developed as they were before. When these industrial areas came in, these industries came in, employment rate increased, cost of living increased, and people started getting good jobs. Similarly, in New Brunswick, students can find field jobs easily or quicker compared to other locations because of this scheme. Still, most of the parents here in this session right now or viewing later on will need a certainty. Yeah, we know industries are there, plastic manufacturing industry, but what is the guarantee that my kid will get a job there, right? Or you have logistics warehousing companies in there, but what is the guarantee that my kid will get a job there? Well, of course, it depends upon kids, right? Upon your kid, whether he's good enough for that job or not. But to somewhere give you an idea on how New Brunswick works and how easy it is for Indian students, the total number of students in Mount Allison University, I've searched this, I'll do it again. So you don't doubt me whether it was already saved. The total number of students in Mount Allison University right now is approx 2200. If you search in Google number of students employed in Mount Allison University, in the university, 700 students. They say more than 700 students, right? Out of 2200 students, 700 students employed on campus. Almost one third of total students, right?
Yeah.
That gives a certainty that if he or she is good enough, they'll be among 700 students. So on-campus employment is also there in Mount Allison University. Not just in Mount Allison University, but you'll get a lot of job opportunities in New Brunswick as well, right? Going back to the presentation, I know it has been a bit lengthy. It's almost 30 minutes. So I'll rush to the requirements and residence facilities that we have. We are offering bachelors, right? So parents will be concerned whether we have a residence facility. Yes, we do. On campus, off campus residence facilities are there. Nearly 90% of first year students live in the residence that we provide. We have everything that a student needs at the residence. Executive team, RA team, academic mentors, dons, 24/7 food facility. We have the best of clubs and societies as well. 160 plus clubs, societies, wide range of sports, fitness, recreational opportunities. For example, sports, fitness, recreation, music, theater, cinema, performance art, volunteer work, research, internships, work opportunities, nightlife, social events, etc. Anything and everything that your kid might be looking for or you might be looking for is available at Mount Allison University. Now let's go through the requirements real quick. So if you are interested to get admission in Mount Allison University, reach out to these guys. But just going through the requirements for you, whether you are eligible or not, we need you to have 55% in 12th grade. Also, we need you to have 55 out of 100 or 55% marks in major 4 subjects taken in 12th grade. For example, physics, chemistry, mathematics, English, or physics, chemistry, biology, English, etc. If you want to do bachelor's of science with us, you need to have mathematics in 12th grade. For bachelor's of arts, commerce, fine arts, and music, if you don't have mathematics in 12th grade, it is fine with us. IELTS requirements are 6.5 with no band lower than 6. PTE is acceptable with us, 61 with no band lower than 55. Duolingo 110. Also, if you think that you are 23 years old or 25 years old or 28 years old, but these mix and match of courses interest you, you can take admission for bachelor's as well. We give credit transfers. So if you have already completed a bachelor's, you can get a credit transfer up to 2 years out of 4 years. So you can complete the bachelor's degree in 2 years, right? Maximum is 2 years. Also, you need to have 50% marks in them, and we do not have an age criteria. So even if you're like 30 years old, we can still get you admitted if you give us some details. Some details could be a letter of intent and an updated CV which justifies the gap that you had, whether you were working in that time period or whether you did BSc, then failed, and then did diploma, and etc. So you have to give us details on what you were doing in the gap. Fee structure, tuition fees a year is 18,490 Canadian dollars. Residence cost, if we add these 3 and divide it by 12, it's less than $1,000 a month. So that's the, if student is selecting everything, it goes to 34,707.50, right? Including the textbooks, the other fees, the basic medical coverage, the student organization fees, etc. Total goes to 34,707.50. The medical coverage of 745 Canadian dollars is for 3 months. So in first 3 months, if they don't go through anything, right, they don't have any diseases or stuff, this 745 will be refunded back once they get a free Medicare from the government. For aviation, tuition fees is 34,723 Canadian dollars from second year. That includes the training cost, the flight cost, etc. If you want to be a pilot, it is a quite expensive course compared to other courses. But if you compare it with Indian aviation companies, it is really cost effective there. In a nutshell, in a conclusion, Ranked as number one undergrad university in Canada, best Rhodes Scholar record, mix and match of courses, small class sizes, experiential learning, paid internships. Benefits from the location, Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program, job opportunities, and free Medicare coverage. That's all about Mount Allison University. Thank you for going through the presentation with me, almost 35 minutes.
No, that's absolutely fine. But it was quite extensive, and it was a wonderful presentation, I must say. You have covered almost everything, be it
Right.
requirement, be it the town, be it the student life, be it the requirements of program, and even a lot of things about university. It was quite informative.
Right.
So, still, we must go to the students and we must go to the people if they have any question, so we always keep it in the end of the like in the end part of the session.
Yes.
That we must do the Q&A. So I guess it's a Q&A time, question and answer time. So those who are watching us live, please drop down your questions. If you have any query, if you have anything that you want to ask, if is there anything that you want to know about Mount Allison University, as well as even studying in Canada, please drop down your question in a Q&A section or in the chat section, and we will try to answer those questions. So
Those who are watching us through this Zoom app, there is a tab below the screen called Q&A. Make sure you ask all your questions through that tab. And also those who are watching us live on Facebook, put your questions in the comment list, and we'll definitely help you guys out, by answering all your questions. So, we are live, we are on here. Please go ahead and ask your questions, guys.
yes, so I have this first question. If we make an application, how many days it takes to get the offer letter? Of course, a very common question for the studying in Canada. How many days it takes to get the admission, sir?
Usually takes like 10 to 15 working days, right? But for current intake that we have, it's a September 2021 intake, which is still open, right? For that, we will try to make it really, really quick so that you can apply for your visa and pay your fees as well. So
Okay.
usually 10, 15 working days, but yeah, we can make it quick as well.
Yes. So I would like to tell the students and the parents who's watching us live, this September 2021 intake is still open at Mount Allison University. So those who passed out this year, which sir has mentioned, the 100% result of the CBSE board, this is a golden opportunity for you guys, as there are various forms to even perform your language proficiency, and not okay, IELTS dates might be having some issues, but there are other platforms through which you can expedite and speed up your process for the language proficiency certification, and you can apply at Mount Allison University, and you can actually start studying your bachelor from from this year only, and you don't have to wait for another couple of months or even more than that, because we have seen a lot of issues last year when the COVID has happened, and the students were trying to get the admission, but again the issues were there. So this is a golden opportunity, guys. Okay, next question. Is there anyone who...
Yes, Chika, I have a question. Someone is writing on our Facebook. That, Mr. Suji, this is a question for you, that which are the boards are accepted
Right.
for the Mount Allison University? Yeah.
Good question. We accept state boards, central boards, and international boards. We do not accept open boards and an iOS. State boards are accepted, central board is accepted, even international board is accepted.
What about the
Open boards-
NIOS?
No, we don't accept that.
All right, okay, because we do.
I have this another question for you, Mr. Sujit.
Okay.
As it was stated, that it is important to have mathematics in 12th if the student wants to apply for the BSc Aviation. So can a 12th commerce student can apply for BSc Aviation? Or is there any chances?
Best part is you are from commerce, so don't change commerce. We give you bachelor's of commerce in aviation. Do BCom in aviation. Be a pilot through commerce. So
Okay.
yeah, they cannot have aviation in Bachelor's of Science because they'll not have other science courses. But yes, you can do aviation. You can still be a pilot through Bachelor's of Commerce.
So, Mr. Sujit, you mean to say that just concentrate on the businesses, okay? Earn more
And be a
money,
pilot along with it.
buy the jet aircraft, and hire a pilot and let him work for you. So, better to concentrate on the business programs, right?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And see, best part is when you're doing aviation from BCom, I personally feel that I've not done that, so I cannot say it confidently. But yeah, I personally feel that you can sell yourself being a pilot during those time when you're applying to Indigo, you're applying to SpiceJet or Vistara, etc. You can say that okay, I'm from commerce, man. I know how this works. I'm not
Yeah,
saying yes for 2 lakhs per month or 3 lakhs per month. I need 7 lakhs per month with Vistara.
yeah.
So you can do that.
Yes, yes, definitely. But I have one another question. Okay, so those programs who are like mathematics centric programs in which the mathematics is the key requirement for the admission. Now, for those program, what score needs to be there in mathematics to apply for those? Let's say example like 55, 60, 65, something like that.
55.
How
That's
much?
it. 55 out of 100. So
55 out of
55
100.
percentage marks, basically.
Okay, okay. So that's been done. Okay.
When is the
Um,
deadline for the September intake? We can.
30th June. We have kept it 30th June.
All right. So yes, Jigar, you make sure that the team should knows all the branches, all our business partners should know the deadline for this, 30th June for the September intake.
yes,
For
yes.
viewers as well,
Yep.
who are viewing it right now or viewing it in few days before 30th June. You can apply for Duolingo. Duolingo is an option for English proficiency like IELTS, and they give out results really quick, in like 2-3 days max.
Yeah.
So you give out Duolingo, get 110 in that. Minimum requirement is 110, and capture your admission right away.
So 110 would be the overall, right?
Overall score.
Are you
Yes.
specifically looking for any individuals that it should not be less than 95 or should not be less than 100 kind of, or we just only focus the overall marks on the Duolingo?
Of course, overall, but if someone is like 45 individually, that won't work. So try to maintain a score of between 85, 90
Yeah, because
individually.
recently I just met a student like he was having like 110, but in one subject he was having 95. So somewhere
But
like
that works.
it works. Okay, that is absolutely fine. Okay, I have one more question here. That which type of facilities provided by the universities on campus?
So starting with you reaching on campus, we give you a free airport pickup, right?
Okay.
Then when you are staying on campus, if you've selected staying on campus, the residence facility has Wi-Fi, telephone, mini fridge, oven. So anything and everything that you're looking for is there. You get unlimited meal plan in Jennings, which is our dining area, kind of a dining area, right? A
Right.
cafe. 24/7 food is served over there,
Right.
right? Also, you get academic mentors, tons, the RA team, etc. So you want to know about job openings in the campus or off campus in few companies, they'll know that. You want to know about internships on campus, off campus, these guys will know that. You're not feeling comfortable with a group of people or some guy, they will help you in that as well because we have towns on campus. And if you want to volunteer in an event, participate in an event, or just open a food stall in an event, these guys will help. So these are the facilities that we have. One more thing to add on that, we also have our own job portal, same as LinkedIn. So for those students who are not willing to stay on campus for 4 months of summertime, right, which is currently going on, you can apply for a full-time job in a company, get an experience, and there'll be a contract. So it will be a 4 months job. You will not be asked to stretch afterwards because you're not allowed to work full time when you're studying, right? So for 4 months, you can get a full time in a company as well. So if you do it for 4 years, that company will hire you after 4th year if you're doing good in them. So yeah, that option is there on campus as well.
Wow. Okay. That's fantastic. I have one question. So let's say a student is going for the Bachelor of Commerce at Mount Allison University. So along with that, if the student wants to go for the CPA, which is the professional qualification for practicing the accounting in Canada, CPA, like Certified Professional Accounting, will he be able to do that, or how advantageous it can be for the student studying at Mount Allison, doing the BCom accounting and then going for the CPA?
So if you want to be a CA, right? Basically, they call it CPA in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
If you want to be a CA, Mount Allison is not the right place.
Okay.
It should be a CPA certification that the university or the institution have. Mostly CPAs with diplomas, not with bachelors. That
Okay.
is usually with 2 years courses, and then you go with a full-time CA course. I guess of 4 years. So it is 4+2, starting with 2 and then 4. So 6 years for CPA.
Okay.
You have to start with someone else for CPA, basically.
Mr. Sujit, I have a question for you. This is nobody asked me. I just had a question in my mind. Okay, because we are having only undergrad students as of now. Okay, so definitely, the students are more or less like they're going to be around like 18, 19 years old students.
Right.
Okay, so like at these age, I'm sure that student, they might be like traveling. Many of the students you may come across that they're traveling first time out of the India. So
Right.
let's they have like a homesickness or kind of like any psychological issues. Do we have any facilities for the international students for like doing the counselings and kind of?
Right.
I just
So
want
this
you
is
to
a
elaborate,
major
like a little
concern.
bit of.
This is a major concern for universities in Canada. Trust me, guys. I'll give you a few examples, few stories as well. There was a research done by one of my colleague in another university. 90% of Indian students never talk with their professors for their 4 years of the degree. They'll never communicate with the professor. Number two, 10% who do communicate, they ask for a job, or they'll ask that, okay, can I do this course, or can I get like those scores to clear the exams? So like 2-3 marks are less, and can I get that? So 10% students communicate. I'm talking about Indian students, right?
Right.
And this is a random figure, but yeah, most of the Indian students will agree what they're on campus. So starting with them reaching on campus within the first week, when we are done with welcoming students and the whole pre-departure session, once they reach on campus, we have a counseling team, right? We have counseling teams on campus as well. The RA team is the same team that we have on campus as well. We have international student support team as well. Those who are counseling students psychologically will counsel them just psychologically. Those students who are getting affected psychologically because of job opportunities or loss of money, or any issue back home, they will get those teams as well. Say for example, if someone's parents lost their job and they're now not able to pay the second year fees, right? So they will go to a center where they have bursaries, a student loan center. Students will get loans with us, from us, right?
Wow.
We will also arrange them to get a job on campus, off campus, internship on campus, off campus. So we'll also help them to repay the same amount to us as well. So all of that is provided in every way possible to students.
That's great. I have a question that do we have a January intake? If yes, then which other programs are available for Jan intake?
Yeah, we do have Jan intake. We have Bachelors of Science, Commerce and Arts for Jan intake. Bachelors of Fine Arts in Music is closed for Jan intake, and we never have that in Jan intake. Also, the course of Aviation is not available in Jan intake, considering the weather conditions back there. Aviation is only there in September intake.
Right. And I have one more questions, like a friend of us, Miss Garima Kakkar, who's like a head of international selling, one of our partner university, Ukata City University. She's asking a question. Let's see, like, do we have a credit transfer system? Let's say, like, someone has completed 2 years here and wanted to do the, 1 or 2 years there. So is it possible that we get a credit from here to?
Yes, it is 100% possible. I mentioned that in the requirements as well. So credit transfer up to 2 years is possible with us. Say for example, if you've done Bachelors of Commerce in Gujarat University or Maharashtra University, You have completed the degree, right, and you again want to get admission in Bachelor's of Commerce with us. You can do it. We will see the common subjects that you have studied in Maharashtra or Gujarat University. If you have scored good in them, we will not teach them again to you. So those will be deducted and other subjects will be taught. So a 4 years bachelor's could be cut down to 2 years bachelor's, but that will be a bachelor's, not a diploma. So yes,
Of
we give
course.
credit transfers. Maximum is 2 years. They should have at least 50% scores in those degrees, right? In those courses. Yeah, that's the credit transfer thing that we have.
Super. Perfect. Yes. Jigar, do you have any questions?
Yes. So far, I guess, well, I must say that the presentation was, so up to mark that I personally, I don't have much of the questions. Let me see. So, guys, I would like to ask you guys, if you guys have any questions, please come forward and ask. It is your last opportunity to interact with the university representative directly. So if you have any question, please come forward and put down your questions either in the Q&A or the chat so I can take it
Yeah,
up.
by saying last opportunity, Jigar meant in this Facebook live session, you want to talk with me, just give this guy a call. He will keep me in the conference and we'll get connected again. But yeah, for this
Yes,
Facebook one, yeah, last
definitely. I mean, what I meant was in this the webinar which is
yeah.
happening right
I
now.
totally get it. I'm just trying to pull your leg.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. So I guess so far we do not have any questions, and I guess all the queries have been answered. So, sir, with your permission, I'm taking it forward to the concluding this webinar. So,
Right.
first of all, I would like to thank Mr. Sujit for taking out time and give us this opportunity to bring Mount Allison University and RG at the same platform, and we were able to distribute the knowledge and all the information about studying in Canada and Mount Allison University to the student, parents, and our associates. So, would like to thank you so much for your support, sir.
Thank you both. It is always a pleasure being with you guys. One of the
Yes.
best in the industry.
Yeah.
And it's always good to be with you guys, maybe offline, online. That's what I said in the beginning as well.
That's true.
And a conclusion from my side for the viewers. An education at Mount Allison University is synonymous to an education life and opportunity for you guys and prosperity as well. We'll try our best to make sure that all the students are kept in best possible care, complete with a supportive environment within and around the campus. And we do continue to promise a unique experience, educational experience, even though there is pandemic going on. We still wish to brighten the future of students beyond this pandemic. Stay safe, guys. It is really important for you to stay safe, take care of yourself and your family. That's the only way how we can literally eradicate the whole virus thing and move on to the lifestyle that we had before. So personally, take care, stay safe. Thank you so much, guys. Again.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sujit, for being with us and for all your support. We highly appreciate that. And definitely we'll get back to you again in case if we need any, if you have any more questions. And thank you so much. Thank you so much, my friend, for everything.
In the last, I just want to mention it here. Those who wants to, get any more details about studying in Canada, or those who wants to, consult us
Yes.
for, doing, the profile assessment or the application for you guys to the Mount Allison University, please reach out to us on 081 0600 005.
Okay. Let me. Hey, yes. It's 8108 006 005.
Yes.
Call us on this number. That's our helpline number, and you can reach out to any of our office across India. So, guys, doesn't matter which part of India you're watching us right now. Okay, don't worry. This is just only one helpline number, and you can reach out to any of your nearest office, our nearest office. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye bye.